complete the lineup for the Peters Investments Handicap. They're set. Stand by for action, 1,200 metres. He holds them there. Light still blinking. Gates spring open on this occasion. They split the G, got out in a hurry. Vandula Jet also jumped well. Schnitzalate will lob there and ride the speed in the early part. Coming over Miss Finkmeyer. Hurricane Harley is next of all. Quokka Rocker dropping back into the field, being followed over on the inside by Riva Aquarama in the centre. God's Rapture, and back there last is Testy Pharaoh, leaving the 800 mark behind them, and Split the G goes through, holds the front from Vandula Jet. 1.5 away then on the outside, Miss Finkmeyer. 3 deep in actual fact. Around the outside of the favourite, Schnitzalate. Riva Aquarama's got right up on her inside here at the 470, and around them now, looping the field, Hurricane Harley coming with a run. 1.5 lengths to God's Rapture, who's back there in the field with Quokka Rocker near enough to last. And at the tail, Testy Pharaoh. Split the G, joined by Vandula Jet. Into the clear, Schnitzalate trying to bullock out underneath it is Riva Aquarama. Vandula Jet split the G. They were going stride for stride. Split the G fights off Vandula Jet under the 61. Schnitzalate's coming. Split the G holding on though, and it's Split the G all the way. Split the G's won at 3/4 of a length. Second on the outside, Schnitzalate from Riva Aquarama, and they got involved in a bit of a bumping duel at one point. Testy Pharaoh got right up on the inside to join Vandula Jet. They were next home, followed by Quokka Rocker. Further back to God's Rapture. Hurricane Harley's run came to an abrupt halt, and Miss Finkmeyer trails them home. Split the G, ridden by Lucy Fiore, back to 1,200 this afternoon. Jumping effectively, lobbing in front, and then kicking and responding when the pressure, the challenge came from Vandula Jet. Schnitzalate trying to build under the 61, had Riva Aquarama brushing leather with each other. Not for the first time today, Nottle and Pike have been boot to boot in a couple of races. 1:10.96 the time. It's 3:14. Split the G, Lucy Fiore is first over 1 Schnitzalate and 4 Riva Aquarama, and 8 Testy Pharaoh pushing right up toward the inside after getting held up fleetingly in the straight, but has punched through in the final stages to grab 4th and 5th home, number 10 Vandula Jet. 3/4 of a length, a short head, the margins, and they've run home in 34.99. Split the G, a filly by Rommel from Ice One for owner Andrew Ingalls, prepared by Luke Fernie. Lucy Fiore there in the saddle to take out race 6 on the card. Of course, Lucy will be aboard the Karrakatta Plate winner, a fire of Gidgee Coles in the sire's produce still to come. Second, Schnitzalate under the 61. It was a gallant effort. The Schnitzel filly from Macchiato, Holly Nottle for Adam Durant, and the Oakland Park team and Beard Holdings, and Riva Aquarama third by Star Turn from Outboard Motors for Linwood Park, trained by Danny Morton and ridden by Willie Pike. 3-1-4-8 here after race number 6. In the 7th, the MC Polytrack Handicap. There are no changes. They'll jump at 3:35 in the second leg of the quaddie, as we now join winning trainer Luke Fernie, who's in the yard with Lockie Taylor.
Thanks, Darren. And celebrating a birthday is Luke, so a nice birthday present for him. Luke, congratulations on the victory, backing up off 7 days. Talk us through your reasoning to bring her back in trip here.
I didn't think 1400 is a suitable distance for her, and she punched outside the leader the other day, and we don't ever want to lead with her, and she's probably just too brilliant out of the gates at the moment. Obviously, there wasn't a lot of tempo there. She pulled up from the run really well last week, where I thought she did do a really good job, and this race was here. I thought the only horse to beat obviously was Schnitzalate with 63, sort of carrying me on its back plus a little bit more. So she's done a good job. Really happy for Andrew. It's a West Speed Platinum horse for him as well.
Once she did eventually find the front, you touched upon how electric she is out of the gates. It was a really cagey ride from Lucy. She really controlled the race from out in front.
Yeah, I mean, everyone gets really happy when you have Willie on, but it's just as good having her on at the moment. Everything she rides, she wins. So we don't give her many instructions. She does what she needs to and does it really well.
Talk us through Run Rupert Run in the size. He's at a big price, but can he outrun his price?
He can. He done it very tough the other day, 3 deep, no cover, and only got beat 2 lengths. So the intention will be to jump, run and find his way to the top, and hopefully today he can do so and be very competitive.
Well done here.
Thanks, mate.
There's Luke Fernie celebrating a birthday here this afternoon at Ascot, and great to see Split the G lead all the way for long-term client and very good family friend in Andrew Ingles. So Split the G gets the job done, and Westmead Platinum for her as well.
Exactly right. So it's a nice financial result for the team there. 1,400 back to 12 off the 7 days. And as we were talking about when we were getting the market update there, Lockie, the market was siding up for God's Rapture out of that race, but had no love for Split the G, who was from the exact same event. Sometimes those market fluctuations just don't make much sense. Ends up paying $10 and $2.50. Beats home Snitzelato, who was brave under the 61 kilos. Back there in third was Riva Aquarama, who was doing her best work late, as you would expect, first up. And then back in fourth, Testy Pharaoh. Nice effort from him too, one of the roughies of the field, getting himself through traffic and home into fourth placing. But Lucy Fiore is about to join us now, handing the saddle over to Peter Hall, and then we'll get a word on Split the G here. Lucy has been aboard this filly many times previously. We had an interview with Luke recently. He said she's much better with something to chase. Trainers, eh?
No. Yeah, we had a plan with it. Looked like on paper she'd just easily be 1-1 with the speed, and then she jumped that quick that I had to take it up myself, but I was thinking mid-run, I'm like 14 back to 12, you know, she'll be fit for it, and she ran a ripper race.
Top of the home straight, when you ask her to go, it looked like she just wanted to wobble around a bit, or at least her head was going side to side.
Yeah, she just seems to crab out a bit. She doesn't want to go straight just around that bend, but maybe finds it a little bit too sharp, and once she straightened up, she was glued on the rail and ran super.
You didn't ride her last week, but over the 1,400 metres, just looked like she got a bit up on the bit. What about today? Did she settle nicely for you?
Yeah, settled beautiful out in front. She does give the feel when you're out in front that she would be better to follow something. She just doesn't naturally want to run along like a leader would, but it's very on pace today, so it was lucky she jumped so fast.
What about a fire of Gidgee Coles? Can he make it a Karrakatta Plate WA size produce double?
Yeah, hopefully. I'm interested to see if they both get good runs. I reckon he's just as good, if not better than Beatty, so I'll be interested to see how the races run.
Congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
There's Lucy Fiore. She combines with Luke Fernie and Split the G, leading all the way here to take out the first leg of the quaddie at Ascot.